I was only 9 years old. I loved Shrek so much. I had all the merchandise and movies. I pray to Shrek every night before bed, thanking him for the life I've been given. Shrek is love, I say. Shrek is life. And I'm back. Hello, my name's Quan, and this is it's a character analysis. And today I'm talking about Shrek and why he's our rightful Ogrelord. Now, I talked about our Onion King during one of the Film Crew podcast episodes, and I mentioned that he's the definition of peak male performance. Just look at His Majesty when he's in the ring fighting for his home against the tyrannical Lord, what's his nuts, Farquaad. And that's great. He's fighting for his way of life. Then he goes on a quest to save a princess, which is typical for a fairy tale story. But he's no average fairy tale hero. So what does he do? He takes his steed, which is a donkey named Donkey, to save Princess Fiona, who turns out she's an ogre. And they fall in love and live happily ever after and things like that. Now, I mentioned this as well. This series is a big old parody of Disney, and I'm not shitting on the mouse, but I'm a big supporter, and I own stocks. But when we look at the Disney with their heroes and their protagonists, they're supposed to be this perfect with the skin and the beautiful voice and the eyes that you can get lost in. And do you think I want to get lost in your eyes? No! I want to swim in a swamp with Shrek. See, now in Shrek's world, Shrek isn't Disney perfect. And we can see this when he first goes to Far, Far Away with the people and the in-laws being like, ugh, gross and ogre. Hell, ugly and terrifying and shit like that. And I don't want to bring up lore-friendly outside sources, but I feel like I should bring this up because I feel like there are still people who kind of forgot the point of Shrek, the character, in a specific circumstance. There's this article by The Guardian that says, based on a survey, 75% of singles prefer dad bods over beach bods. Now, I'm not saying we should only have dad bods and shun beach bods, and I'm not saying we should look at The Guardian to see who we find attractive, because here's the great thing about being human. You can like whoever you want to like under the legal and moral circumstances, and be whoever you want to be under the legal and moral circumstances. You don't have to listen to Disney or to me or the survey or the Guardian post, because here's the thing. Who the fuck are we to say what you find attractive? Obviously, under the legal and moral circumstances. If you want to have a beach bod or like beach bods, that's great. But if you want to have a dad bod or like dad bods, that's also great. But the point is, Shrek has a dad bod, and he found love from a princess who grew up thinking she'll find love from a quote-unquote handsome Prince Charming. But now we gotta bring up... Let's look at Prince Charming, the antagonist. He's Disney perfect with the chiseled face and the pretty smile, except for one glaring detail. The man's a fucking tool. And you know what? His mother's a tool. And the tools pulled the wool over everyone's eyes. He's narcissistic and pompous and... You know what? He's a fucking chump, dude. He's a fucking chump. But Shrek isn't like that. Sure, he's scary in the beginning, but he's trying to protect his home. And then, he gets married, and then he tries to protect his marriage with Fiona, and he tries to win his in-laws' acceptance, even though the king tried to kill him. And then the king dies, and Shrek tries to protect his kingdom by going on a technically perilous journey to find Arthur. And then he tries to protect his family because he realized how much he truly loves them. Now that's a lot of layers, and it makes you want to cry like you're cutting onions. But not cake, because Shrek's an onion, not a cake. Now what's the point of this video? I like Shrek. To me, Shrek's a story about an underdog. He goes from being one of the most hated beings in the world to being loved and respected by many. And the people who gave him the most shit are the ones that respect him the most. Except for, Prince Charming. Then again, I can see why he kind of hates Shrek, seeing as how he indirectly caused his mother to explode into bubbles. Then again, now that I think about it, why did she turn into bubbles? Does that mean Prince Charming's half bubble? But that's just my opinion. Let me know what you all think. I think from what I've seen, we can all agree that Shrek is a cool ogre. But that's all I got. Make sure to like if you liked. Any criticism and feedback is always appreciated. And I will see you all next time.